they've got their whole agenda of what they want it to be like. You've got the normal people that want to have a nice, chill blend. That's the best way. But there's always some agenda underneath that bad mind, because I don't mind interracing and stuff. It helps with some of the racist part of it. The racist people are blocking everything. We can get rid of most of this evilness if we just united, let it go, live peacefully. No one's causing no beef. There's good and bad in everybody. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
No. The thing is,
that's what we need to do.
I think the issue is also these small-minded people who are racist, they think that obviously people of color are not as smart as they are, you know, and in a way it's kind of perpetuated through society, because when you see, but it's not because we're not smart, it's because we're not getting the chance. They're not giving us a chance to get some of the top positions. Like if, for example, football, how many people of color are managers in football in the top leagues? One, maybe, not one, none, you know, and that's it. So they want to be like, yeah, see, you can't even be managers. Why is there no? And they validate their argument. Yeah, see, if you guys were so smart, why is there no black managers in football? And it's like, yeah, because they're kept down on purpose. They don't want to employ a black person as a manager because it doesn't fit the narrative, you know.
Because it don't see it as it looks good for them because of what they've been told, and it's a shame because there's some real good ones out there. Because the first thing you'll hear from what I've been hearing is the black people like to give up their own discounts, or they're late, or they've got a night shirt, or their hair is unprofessional, depending on where you work, and that's wrong because it's what you're taught. It's what you're taught. It's your business, and it's instead of stereotyping, hire somebody, and if it's not what it is, and it's your workplace. You know what I mean? And they're not harming anybody with a hairstyle. If it's punk rock and you're not in a punk rock place and you want to, you know, give off a certain image, this is where there's two issues here because of image, then fair enough. But if it's not over the top and it's their culture, but they're still getting the job done.
I think they feel they're threatened, innit, when they see, like, because
it's about money. It's a money thing. I don't want to block this because of money.
That too, but the thing is, look, there's an argument because remember, black people spend black people spend the most money on stuff. You know, we're the spenders. We're the only one. Actually, we're the only race that spends all its money. Everyone else saves or puts some money away for a rainy day. We're the only ones who spend on everything. We spend money like it's going out of style, out of fashion.
Damn right.
Like it's gonna go, you know, like it's gonna go off. It's gonna start rotting. That's how we spend money.
Yep.
So they don't have to worry about that because they know we're going to come and spend. But what I'm saying about when they feel threatened is like if I go in with some dreadlocks, and you know someone comes up to me, it might be like, oh, there's a guy there with dreadlock. Why is his hair like that? Why is his hair like that? You know, the biggest statement you can make is putting a tattoo on your face because that's already like not part of the status quo. You know, people they look at that like, why is he got a tattoo on his face? Why, you know, and some people feel offended. Oh no, I don't want to go to him because one time, my wife reminded me that one time a woman, as I was delivering, and I completely forgot this story. She said to me, "Sorry, I don't take flowers from black people."
What?
Yeah. And that's it. Well, if it was a white person, she would have took the flowers, you know. So it was like, and she felt threatened. She felt like I was coming there, and I don't know what I was trying to do. I don't know. I was just delivering. It was a special delivery to this house. I just drove off, and I think I remember saying, "Well, if you don't want the flowers, then I'll just take them back to wherever they came from." You know,
that is next level. I don't know how to respond to that madness. Like, what was their poison? Do you think it was going to get took for weed? You know, some smuggling and shit. Is going to get high off the flowers? What was this? Do you think it was a weed tree underneath? What do you think it was going to get robbed? I don't get this. That's what I'm saying. This is what's been taught. Instead of getting to know somebody and more than one person. Instead of just thinking, oh, I'm going to meet that one person you will like. Boy, it's up to, you know what, it's their own ignorance. It's their own ignorance. You could have easily just thought, I'm not going to live like this. It's pressure. It's pressure. I'll judge you on how you conduct yourself, not what I see in front of me. If I get a bad vibe, that's what I'm going to go off. A bad vibe. So about the vibes, the gut instincts. If I say something, I'm just not going to entertain it. I see nothing until you show me something. And that's how it should be. Real talk. And I think this younger generation will be the ones to crack it. They've had enough of racism.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying to you? It can't go on for that long. because everyone's just thinking, oh, I could do with this, I could do with that. Sometimes people bring up the past and some people take it wrong and just think, you know what, oh, I hate them now. And I'm thinking, nah, I want to stay strong on this one, because there's a lot of white people out there that are fighting. They've even had wars over stopping slaves. So you can't hate every white person, but yet we're always the ones to be humble. But somewhere it has to start somewhere, because we are kind of like trendsetters. So it's kind of good. I'm glad for the young people, because we have to mix and blend it now. It has to be done. We've got to depend on the young ones, because they're ruthless. They're ruthless, not having it. Do you know what I mean? They're not having nothing, man. You try them something, man. That's some real shit. The problem is when it comes to social media, and then they start shadow banning you so no one will see your content. That's the problem. You've got to make sure you got followers. This is where it goes downhill. Do you know what I'm saying to you? The social media is owned by whatever, and you get banned, and no one will see your stuff. But everyone's on social media, and how do people hang out these days? There's the problem. That's why it's slowed down as well. But I'm glad with how many people are actually woke. So it kind of is good and it isn't at the same time. But we're getting there, I believe. There's hope. I believe we can do this. But this one world order thing is ridiculous. But how many people are going to act out, though? They're going to have a protest about that. And they're going to have a protest about trafficking kids. That's the next thing we need to do. This is where all lives come in after Black lives. Yeah. This is where all lives come in. That's why when I tag something, I'll say Black lives, all lives, because I agree where you're coming from. But until you are getting targeted, that's when we'll say something. Yeah. But Black people have been targeted from day dot.
Yeah, sure.
You get what I'm saying? And this is where people are missing it. White people don't have that issue as strong as we do.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's why they can't identify with the movement, because a lot of them can actually fair. So there's a lot of good, and I want to thank all the white people who have actually been standing up and realizing and recognizing, because they're doing a good job, and we need them. We need them, to be honest. We can't do this without them, because they're the people who can tell their own people. Like, I wouldn't send a Black guy to sort out a white feud. I would say send a white person, because that person will understand.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with obviously with this Black Lives Matter movement. We have to have the white people to tell a story to the other white people, because they're the people who are going to listen to them. If I try and tell a white person, "Oh, you being racist," they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just messing around, it's just a joke." I'm
you know what?
Okay, great.
Let's say it now. To all you Caucasian, Asian, Chinese, mixed race, from the behalf of the Black people out there, because I don't think anyone's said it yet, thank you. And I'm telling you now, the moment you need help from any of us Black people, we stand right next to you strong. Thank you. Thank you so much, because trust me, we're not looking to take over. We want to live side by side. Thank you. Do you understand me? I could cry by saying that, because that means a lot, because a lot of people are caught up in it. But trust me, thank you for that. Much appreciated. When they make it say, "You're welcome to the cookout." You're welcome in my life, not just a cookout, my life. You got what I'm saying to you? Trust me. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And I hope this continues on. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Because we all need each other. We all need each other. Do you get what I'm saying to you? We all do. And a lot of people forget that. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, a lot of people said this isn't just one day. This is for a lifetime. But it won't be a lifetime if it sorts itself. But people have to realise understand that while this is going on, there's another issue going on. And that's the higher wanting to take over and control. And nobody wants to be told what to do. Because I heard about the new boring. The boring system is going in a circular motion. You can't go back. I asked someone, how's it going in the shop? She goes, the security guard says you can't go backwards if you leave your bag. You've got to go all the way around town.
Yeah. That's it. They have one-way systems built up everywhere now.
And I'm like, is this what you really want? One-way system?
No one likes it, but it's the... it's the government setting out dictatorship orders, but they disguise it by saying, "Oh no, we're trying to keep you guys healthy and saving lives." It's all rubbish. Sure, rubbish.
Real talk. And it's bad. And it's really bad, because it shouldn't even have got to that. It shouldn't even have got to that. Do you get what I'm saying to you? At all. But I don't know. It's a tricky one. Because one thing I haven't mentioned is that there's some so stubborn black people as well, and that needs to be let go of. Do you get what I'm saying to you? You can't be like the Planet of the Apes where that one person, don't mean that in a, because we're black, we're called monkeys, I don't mean in that way, because if you look, the one that was abused the most was adamant not to let them in, and the soft one let them in, but you have to understand that that was the wrong person he let in. Doesn't mean everyone was going to be like the one he let in that made them crumble. Do you see where I'm coming from? What the person should have said was, instead of saying no altogether, let's vent him first. Don't just trust straight away. There should have been a strategy to it. Do you get where I'm coming from?
No.
And people have to understand. But you know what? People understand. It's just the racists that don't understand, because, when you're reading it, you're thinking, why white people? I'm like, no, it's the racists that refuse to understand. Because people understand that there was also white people doing it, there was also Asian people. They'll even put on the news a Chinese person. The news people don't help, because it says, when she was looting, I think she must have worked there. Now, why is someone off work going into work taking the stuff? She was taking it back to Lost and Found to bring back to the office, was she? Okay. I'm pretty sure she was taking it downtown. I'm pretty sure she was taking it downtown. This is the problem. But the black people were looking to, and you know what? I think it was bad that they jumped on whoever it was, all races jumped on the bandwagon. I think that's really bad that they did that, because there was no need for that. There was no need for that. Just you didn't need to go to people's businesses, because if one thing I've seen in the Bible was, or whatever it was some piece of paper I posted, and I says, how is it that they want to take over by creating poverty? And what did you do? Even though they're insured, but some may not. Small businesses were hit too. Why would then put yourself in that predicament by mashing up the shop, knowing that they might not be able to cover it, and that's somebody's job? Now you've just made it easy for the people up there to take control some more, because you ain't got no money. If you depend on state welfare or whatever, or a job, and now it's gone, or you've been sacked because of not enough money going on, and now you depend on welfare, what next? We've got to control you now because we're giving you the money. The job you mashed up can't afford to come back. No more job space for anywhere else. We're paying you less. You still got to, as if you're working less than 16 hours, you still need that top up. You're still relying on that to, pay the rest of the bills and everything like that. Look what you did. Look what you did. And I'm angry. And I'm angry that every race, because I'm telling you now, I've seen on the news, it wasn't just black, it was Chinese, it was white, it was Asian. You all went in there and effed up because of your own greed. You got what I'm saying to you? Yeah. What was the purpose? To look good for about a month? Because trainers and clothes don't last that long. What for? What for? That's disgusting. Do you imagine it was your mum, or future down the line, you spent years getting yourself in a job, being broke, and you finally got your child, because everyone does things for the future of their kids. Well, most people, if that, for their kids to have a better life. Then a riot happens again. Somebody signs to mash down your shop. What then?
The thing is, you know what it is? The thing is, and I don't agree. Obviously, I don't want to support the guys who decide to break up shops. Yeah. I think it would have been better for them to go straight to the White House or Downing Street or wherever your head office is in your world, your government office, and go and cause mayhem there. It doesn't make sense. But the thing is, one way to get the message across is to cause havoc in the areas where you are. Stupid when you target people who are like small independent businesses, because it costs them money, it puts people out of jobs. It's really ridiculous. But I can also understand that on the other side, how are you going to get your message across, man? You're going to go to the White House, for example, and you're not even going to be able to get within 300 feet of it, or 300 miles, whatever. Not 300 miles, a mile, half a mile, or whatever, 500 meters, because it's so far back. So you're standing there with your pickets and your banners and whoever, Trump or whatever. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
It wasn't his shop. It wasn't his shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't his show.